Hey, what's up, everyone? Thank you for tuning into my video this morning. Good morning, and I hope everyone's having a good day. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Let's get into this discussion about what you just seen. So I played the video at the beginning, but here in a little bit, I'm also going to play a video of how they basically just, took this man out and tossed him in the back seat of their police cruiser. So, I'm warning you that the video is kind of graphic, so just giving you a heads up. But let's get into what led up to this, okay? Let's start there. So there's two police, and this is the accounts that I'm getting in red. Two police seen this car who was Eddie Irizarry was driving it. Supposedly he was driving erratically, pulled him over, and then this whole situation ensued. Okay, so basically they pulled him over for a minor traffic stop, and so that's where it's kind of getting me, and I just don't understand how anybody with a reasonable mind could watch this video and say that this is justified and that these men did not commit plain straight up murder. Okay, which I'm really saying is, I don't know how the hell a judge who looked at this video could look at it and say that there's not enough evidence for this case to move forward, because that's what she had to have found, is that there's just not enough evidence to convict. And that is utter bullshit, because let me tell you this. I was reading some comments on this video, which there's a longer version of the video, and there was a comment by a few police officers, but one stuck out to me, and he said, "Hey, I am a police officer. Upon watching this, there is no way that this could be deemed justified." And I absolutely agree, and I think most of the nation would agree. I think very few people would disagree that this is not murder. It is. That's the bottom line. So this all happened on August 14th in Philadelphia. All right. And so yesterday, the judge dismissed all charges, including murder, against the officers, including Mark Dial. All right. Let's talk about a few other bad facts here that would not work into the police officer's favor. So after this all happened, I think what it was is the officer realized he fucked up, and he told reporters that Irizarry lunged at officers while outside his car. Well, we just seen the video. We know that's not fucking true. 2 days later, they admit that the video, the body cam video, contradicted what the initial report was, is that he lunged at him. Okay, so that's a blatant lie right there. There is no way you can't cut that cake any other way. It is a fucking lie. All right, and that's what these officers do best. They use excessive force, lie, whatever they got to do, and they're always justified in what they do. So at the preliminary hearing, when all this is going on, Michael Morris testified that he shouted "knife" when they approached Irizarry's car. Michael Morris said he was shouting because he was afraid for his life. Let me tell you something, my man. If you're constantly afraid of your life, then you need to quit your fucking job, because being a police officer can be scary at times. All right. So I'm not buying that bullshit. That's the good old, hey, I feared for my life, so I shot. You know what I mean? Didn't matter if the guy didn't have a gun. Didn't matter if this person was mentally ill or whatever. Which, a lot of these guys, that are doing, running from the cops or whatever. They're not all there sometimes. Okay. And, from what I gathered, this man, Eddie Irizarry, first off, there might have been a barrier between, speaking barrier, language barrier. But he still stopped. And was he suffering from some type of mental health illness? Who knows? But these cops didn't fucking try to figure that part of it out. They just went, boom, killed him, and then decided to, drag him out of the car, which, like I said, I'll show you that video here in a minute. The defense attorney for Mark Dial is stated as saying, "There's no way in this world this man committed murder." Man, get the fuck out of here. I get it. It's your job to defend this fucking coward. But come on, let's not make some stupid ass statements like that. I mean, come on. That's just crazy. So the judge is named Wendy L. Pugh. And she said that she agreed 100% with the defense and proceeded to dismiss all charges. Now, the court was filled with, the officers' families and other police officers who were in uniform, and Eddie Irizarry's family. And at one point, once the judge dismissed all the charges, one of Irizarry's family members were crying and sobbing so bad that somebody had to come up and basically take them out, you know what I mean, and console them, and just was looking at the judge crying, So I wonder how the hell that judge felt at the time. Probably nothing, For a judge to be okay with this and dismiss all charges, it just reflects on that judge. That judge needs to be booted off that bench because they made a mockery of the court, a mockery of justice. This case is saddening to me. I feel so bad for the family. I really do. It's bad enough that you've already lost your son or your brother or your dad, and basically to be spit in the face by the judge, because that's what the judge did here. When she dismissed all charges in spite of the fact of this horrible video, the judge in essence said to Eddie Irizarry's family, "Fuck you." She spit in the face of not only Eddie Irizarry, but she spit in the face of every single family and friend of that person. She spit in the face of justice. Something should be done about this judge, and it won't. This is the reason why police stroll these streets acting like thugs, because that's what these cops did. They pulled up like straight gangsters. I remember back in my heyday, I would pull up on people, maybe not as bad as this, but I would pull up on people, jump out, and ask them where they were from. Okay? I mean, this is no different. These thugs in blue got out asking questions, and then 2 seconds later, popping shots off and killing a man. The discussion about qualified immunity has to come up again. We got to get rid of that. There is no other way to hold these officers accountable other than to end that. You take down the police unions. You open up police to where you could just walk into court and file a civil suit, a lawsuit against them. When officers know that you have the power now to just walk in to a court and file a lawsuit directly against them, it's gonna make them think twice about doing some stupid shit like this. The other thing that we need to try to change is how these judges allow this to happen, because it happens. This is not the only case that this has happened. Judges constantly give more than what they should to police when they're being charged with something. And like I've stated before in another video, there was 3 officers who were charged with murder on a mentally ill prisoner. Okay, they killed him. It was plain as day. They killed him. DA filed charges, got a conviction. But the judge then throws out the conviction. And these guys are all, scot-free after this. So this is not the only time. It happens quite often. But the judges are just unwilling to hold these cowards, these thugs in blue, accountable. And I don't know what you do at this point with this case, because the DA refiled charges, and hats off to that, But it's just, this one really upsets me, and I just don't know how anybody who with a heart could look at this and just say, oh yeah, no, it's okay, it's justified. No, if this judge would have allowed this to go to trial, they would have got a conviction. There is no doubt in my mind about that. They would have got a conviction, unless it was, 12 jurors that were all former police officers, then okay, then they might not. But anybody of a person with a heart and of a right, reasonable, rational mind is going to convict, because this man did not pose any danger to these people, to these officers. It's amazing. But it's just, it's fucked up how they do this, man. I mean, they still cussing around. The guy is dying. You can obviously see he's dying, and they just pull him out and then toss him in the back seat of the cruiser, which, I'll let's play that part of the video right now.
I'll fucking shoot you.
On radio.
Huh?
We're gonna have to get him out.
I know.
13, anyone approaching?
Yeah, people around now. 14, 13.
Shooting up one.
Alright, you want on location with 13?
Scoop now.
I heard you. I'm sorry, east. Wow. Forward.
I have never in all my time and watching police videos, watching a lot of footage of police shootings, I've never ever, I can never recall seeing where the cops take the person that they shot out of a car or anywhere, moving them anywhere, and throwing them in the back seat of their police cruiser. And that's a first for me. That is just strange. It's really weird. I don't get that part of it. I mean, the logical thing would be wait for medical personnel to show up, because let's say you shot the guy in a certain way where, if he just sits there, maybe he won't bleed out because he's sitting a certain way. His posture is not allowing him to bleed out. But then you move him, throw him on the ground, drag him, grab him by one leg. I mean, this is weird. This is fucking ridiculous. This poor guy is already shot, and now I think you're making the situation worse. It's just weird. Yeah, I don't. What do you make of this? I would like to hear your comments. Is there enough here to prosecute these officers, in your opinion? What do you make of them pulling him from the car and throwing him into the back seat of their cruiser? Let me know in the comments. Let me know. Yeah, I'm just dumbfounded by this video. Yeah, these cops run up to the window and said, "I will fucking shoot you." Like, wow, that's. I'm at a loss for words, people. I'm at a loss for words. But I wanted to discuss this. I hope and pray that these officers get what they got coming. Mainly that officer Mark Dial. I hope that he's convicted of murder and sent away for the rest of his life. But right now, it seems like there's already a tough time even trying these officers. thanks to the judge, you know. And I hope something happens to that judge. You know, this is when you need protest. You need to have massive amounts of people on the footsteps of that courthouse protesting. You need to have massive amounts of people protesting on the door of the FBI, telling them that they need to do something about this, because the FBI can do something. They could actually charge him. The Department of Justice could charge him in the federal court, just like they did those officers in the Memphis police shooting of Tyree Nichols. Well, people, thank you for tuning in. Again, please comment. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. Everybody stay safe out there. God bless you and take care.